breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Breaking: Obama was just kicked out. Michelle is about to rage. Barack Hussein Obama has a hard time relinquishing his role of being the president, and since leaving the White House has continued to act as such and expects certain entitlements. Michelle Obama is no exception to this entitlement mentality either, and in some ways, she's worse as she endlessly travels the globe and expects to be treated like a queen. For 8 years, she genuinely thought she was royalty. Now that she's a regular citizen, she's having a hard time of letting go of her former status as the failed First Lady and keeps trying to push her way into every major social scene where she doesn't belong and is apparently not invited. When she heard the news that Prince Harry was marrying a Black American girl, she assumed it was her and Barack's place to be on that guest list, which has to be approved by the Queen of England herself. Michelle made a desperation move to sneak a spot on that exclusive guest list, and as soon as the real queen found out what the wannabe royalty did, she delivered a brutal beatdown that was definitely deserved. As soon as the big news about the royal engagement of Prince Harry and an American actress Meghan Markle was announced, the Obamas saw an opportunity to edge their way into the elites, like a couple of desperate kids trying to hang with the popular crowd at school. Barack immediately got on social media to beat President Trump to the congratulatory punch. He has a lot more time on his hands than the commander-in-chief, who is busy cleaning up his mess. Barack practically stalked the prince on Twitter and made a post within seconds of the news coming out, which perhaps had an undertone of letting the royals know that he and Michelle were available that day to attend. That didn't work out so well for the Obamas, and they weren't too happy about it. After weeks of speculation, the royal family has made a decision that's rightfully in the best interest of the monarchy. The Daily Mail reports. The forthcoming royal wedding between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle was branded a diplomatic time bomb if Barack Obama was invited, but not Donald Trump. And now, courtiers are doing their best to defuse the explosive. I hear that Prince Harry, who counts Obama as a friend, won't ask the former Democrat U.S. president to his nuptials at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, on May 19. President Trump will not be invited because the wedding will be for friends and family only, a source tells me. It won't be a state occasion. If Mr. Obama was invited, the invitation could look like a snub to Mr. Trump, and His Royal Highness would not wish to cause a diplomatic row. Courtiers say such an invitation could further antagonize Republican President Trump, who, as the Mail disclosed, cancelled a proposed visit to London next month to open the new £750 million U.S. embassy. A senior source suggested Trump called off what would have been his first trip to Britain since he entered office a year ago, as he was unhappy about the arrangements and scale of the visit. He was not due to meet the Queen until a full state visit at a later date. Trump's explanation for the snub was that the embassy's move from Grosvenor Square in London's Mayfair district to cheaper Nine Elms, south of the Thames, was a bad deal by the Obama administration. When Harry was a guest editor of Radio 4's Today Show last month, he was asked if he would be inviting Obama, who agreed to be interviewed for the program. "I don't know about that," he replied. "We haven't put the invites or the guest list together yet, so who knows whether he's going to be invited or not. I wouldn't want to ruin that surprise." No doubt, Meghan will have her own views. The U.S. former actress previously described Trump as misogynistic and divisive. Despite practically begging to be invited, the British government is actually begging the royals to refuse the Obamas on their guest list for the much-anticipated wedding set for May 19. The Obamas can thank President Trump for that, which will surely not sit well with the entitled pair. The Sun reports. Government mandarins are urging Prince Harry not to invite the Obamas to his wedding for fear of infuriating Donald Trump. Harry and fiancée Meghan Markle have told aides they want the former U.S. president and wife Michelle at their big day on May 19. The 33-year-old prince has become good friends with the Obamas since bonding with them during the Invictus Games. But Britain's relations with Trump's White House have sunk to their lowest ebb since his election last year. The property billionaire does not hide his loathing of Mr. Obama and is expected to be enraged if his predecessor gets the coveted call-up when he won't. The young royal couple's dislike of the new president is well known. Meghan made disparaging comments about him on social media during his election campaign last year. There are deep fears among senior Foreign Office and No. 10 officials that another perceived national snub will make it impossible for Theresa May to meaningfully engage with Trump. A senior government source said, "Harry has made it clear he wants the Obamas at the wedding, so it's causing a lot of nervousness." Trump could react very badly if the Obamas get to a royal wedding before he has had a chance to meet the Queen. Conversations are ongoing about and ministers will eventually have to decide. If the PM lays down the law, Harry will just have to suck it up. As the wedding is not a state occasion, the government only have a consultative